Hello, podcast listeners. We know podcasts are a great way to catch up on a program that you may have missed on KSJE, and it's provided as a free service of this radio station. But you know, KSJE is now listener-supported, and so while you enjoy this podcast, we hope that you'll also take some time to join KSJE. Become a member today. It's quite easy to do. Just go to our website at ksje.com/support and pick the level of support that best matches your budget. Thanks again for listening. Here's your podcast. 14 minutes past 8 o'clock. It is Tuesday morning, the 4th day of March, 2025. Good morning, everyone. I'm Scott Michlin. Thanks for tuning in to KSJE, 90.9 FM over the air here in San Juan County, New Mexico. In Durango, Colorado, we're broadcasting at 103.3 FM. And if you're listening to me anywhere else on the planet, you've gone to our website to tune in, ksje.com. I also want to welcome our viewers this morning who are watching this program. The video is streaming out live to the KSJE Facebook page and also to our YouTube channel. So welcome aboard, everyone. I am so glad that you are with us this morning because coming up in the next few moments, our guests, members of the San Juan Health Council, will be talking with members of the San Juan County Early Childhood Coalition about some of the events they have planned coming up in the next month or two. That's coming up in the next few moments right here on KSJE, so please stay tuned for that. Then later on this hour, as we do on Tuesdays, we'll check in with Amber Francisco from the Farmington Regional Animal Shelter. She'll be telling us about some of the pets available for adoption this week, including Ozzy. That's the name of the dog you see on the screen right there, and he's been at the shelter a long time, so stay tuned to hear about him coming up later on, right here on KSJE. Next hour, of course, Mick Hess will take over the studio, Roving with the Arts, our weekday classical music program, beginning after the news at 9:06. A reminder, you can also connect with us on X or Instagram, in addition to Facebook and YouTube. And if you're a podcast person, we invite you to find and subscribe for free to KSJE Podcasts. You'll find them where you're probably already listening to podcasts. So check it out and discover a new local program that you may have missed recently. Outside our studios here at San Juan College, it is a sunny Tuesday morning, 34 degrees at the moment. We're expecting a mostly sunny day today, but a windy day as well. We could see gusts this afternoon up to 50 miles per hour with some blowing dust in the air again. 49 for a high today in Farmington, 30 in clear skies tonight, partly sunny and 56 for a high on Wednesday, 48 degrees overnight Wednesday, and then again on Thursday, another chance of rain or snow showers in the forecast with a high near 50 and an overnight low with more chances for snow, 34, and more chances for rain or snow again on Friday with a high near 40 degrees and a low Friday night near 30. Back with my guests with more right after this on KSJE. KSJE is supported by San Juan Regional Medical Center, whose vision is to deliver world-class care, making life better for the communities they are privileged to serve. Offering a comprehensive range of inpatient, outpatient, and emergency care services so residents can live life better here. San Juan Regional Medical Center, community-owned and operated, here for you.
Ahead, turn right.
Isn't it nice to have a little help getting where you're going?
Your destination is ahead and 300 feet.
When navigating life's challenges, the San Juan County Navigation Center can help you with navigating housing, navigating transportation, navigating medical providers, and more. Learn more online at sjcnavigate.net or call 505-636-7110. The Navigation Center, connecting to resources, empowering lives.
You have arrived at your destination.
And back in Studio A with my guests this morning, as I mentioned, members of the San Juan County Early Childhood Coalition, representing CHIC this month with us here on KSJE. Welcome to KSJE. Selece Gathings is here. Good morning, and thank you for coming in this morning. It's great to have you here.
Good morning.
Also joining us here in the studio is another member of the coalition, that is Kristen Santesson. Good morning to you. Welcome back to KSJE. Great to have you both here to talk about some of the big events that are coming up. And I guess to start with, talk to me a little bit about the coalition. It is obviously a group of individuals that are dedicated to early childhood care and education in San Juan County. Is that kind of where we can start?
That's exactly what we are. We're a group of parents, community leaders, advocates of early childhood, providers of early child care.
Right.
Anyone that supports early child care and community can be a part of the coalition and supports the coalition, and we do lots of projects and initiatives that supports early childhood, because we believe that if we can start kids off with a great future, good foundation, that they grow up to be, better humans. So
Right.
that's our belief. So did you want to add to
And a
that?
better future too, I would think
Yes,
too, right? With that,
absolutely.
when they get off on life on the right foot, I guess, right?
Absolutely.
So,
That's our true belief. So
Sure.
starting young.
very, very good. Kristen, anything to add?
Yeah, we're just really a collaborative group, too, that comes together to problem solve within the community. And so we come together and talk about various different challenges or accessibility issues, and really serve as mediators between the state, programs, as well as what's going on in the community. So all the voices that participate in the coalition offer a really grounding experience of what's actually happening within our community.
And so membership is open,
It's
as
open.
as most coalitions are, right? To
Yes.
anyone who is interested in learning more and maybe helping to achieve those goals.
Absolutely. And we meet monthly. It's usually on the third Wednesday of every month, and we meet around various locations in San Juan County. But yes, it's open to anyone that could offer some insight, support. If you know if there's a need within the community, we would appreciate the feedback. And it's open to anyone. You can visit our website at sjcecc.org to sign up, and then we put you on our listserv, and then you can get our monthly newsletters and reminders.
There you go.
Yeah.
And
Very
it's
good.
a lunch meeting.
Yes.
Come for lunch.
Yes,
See,
we do.
even
We
better.
do feed,
Yes.
we feed our friends.
Okay,
Yes.
very good. And that website, I think, easy to remember because it's San Juan County Early Childhood Coalition.
Correct. .org.
So
ORG.
there you are.
Yeah.
Very, very good. And it seems to me that the state certainly is focused a lot on early childhood education, at least has been over the last several years. It seems like there is now a whole cabinet department
Correct.
dedicated to early childhood education, and that doesn't happen in every state, at least in my understanding.
Right.
And there's a lot of resources being put towards this issue in our state because it is a bit of a challenge in some parts of our state, right? Trying to get resources to new parents, young children, newborns, all the things that you all do, correct?
Absolutely, and I am proud to be a New Mexican for that fact. I'm always blown away at the support that New Mexico has given our early childhood and our families. But yeah, we have a whole department dedicated to supporting our little humans. I'm stealing that from Kristen, that's her word, little humans. So like yesterday, I sat in on some sessions where the legislative, they're trying to pass things such as baby bonds, where every baby born would get, in a certain income bracket, would get money
A savings
allocated to
bond
them,
or
a
something,
savings
right?
bond,
Okay, nice.
in hopes that when they graduate, they would have money set aside for their education or to a down payment for their first home. They're trying to close that wealth gap that we have here in New Mexico, and I think that this could possibly do it. There was also talk on the early childhood provider loan, which is a loan for people that have facilities that serve early childhood little ones, daycares, and it's a loan that can help with infrastructure, payroll. There were several things that came under that umbrella, but it all looked like it was talked about and moving to the next step. And I know that March 17th is the Early Childhood Roundhouse at the Capitol, so I plan on being there. But it's a really fun day where all of the advocates and supporters of early childhood would get together, and it's a celebration of what we're doing. So
Nice.
yeah.
Very good. And of course, it's a 60-day session at the legislature, so things are still moving through
Yes.
committees and things like that. But I believe things will be wrapping up here shortly
Yes.
in Santa Fe, so we should see some action on some of these bills that you're describing here in the next few weeks before the full houses of the legislature. So that is exciting and encouraging, and I think the issue is maybe longstanding in New Mexico. It's generational when it comes to poverty and things like that, and so making some of these big, bold changes in legislation might be what's needed to help maybe shift the needle a little bit in the positive direction. Is that kind of the idea?
I think so. I think that poverty is, we're doing some work with UCLA as a coalition, and it's called a data chat, but we look at the data in our county, and the true indicator of success or progress within our community is wealth and the lack of. And so looking at communities and how they're performing in schools has got all to do with the amount of money that families are bringing in. And so we are trying to close that gap for our little humans.
Right,
So.
right, very good. And it seems to me that every county in the state is facing some of these problems, although every county is unique and different. San Juan maybe has some more differences than another county, maybe another part of the state, and so that's why it's important to have these local organizations like yours and the coalition here and set up to kind of address and advocate for solutions here.
Absolutely.
Got it.
Yeah.
Very good. You have some events that are coming up, so I want to ask you a bit about those. One is a training that is happening, I guess later on, early next month, about a month from today.
Yes.
A month and 1 day from today.
Yes.
April
so
5th.
We are partnering with CoLab Initiative. I believe they're based out of Santa Fe, but they're going to provide a workshop for our early childhood providers and teachers. We made sure to put it on a Saturday because we know that subs are an issue in our area, and they can get professional development hours. But it's an interactive, it's hands-on. They've been in the county before, they've done this training before, so they've got a great track record and a following. So we're hoping that we get some more. We're about halfway full on registration, so there's still space.
Okay.
So yeah, sign up.
Got you. And the topic being widening our window of tolerance?
Yes. So we're gonna be talking about educators being regulated because it's kind of stressful right now. It's a tough time in our community, in our state, in our country, and so we're gonna focus on regulating ourselves so that we can go in and teach our little people how to regulate themselves, because it's kind of hard to control your class if you don't have it together.
True, very true. And so it's going to be here at San Juan College.
Yes, at the Zia conference room.
Got you. And you're providing some food, some snacks, light lunch
yes.
at this event as well, from about 10 to 2, so not an all-day event, but kind of just in the middle of the day for folks. And folks can sign up. There's a QR code on the screen right now. I think if you point your phone at your screens, you can probably get to a registration website. But if not, how can folks sign up? What's the best way to do that?
They
go
can
through the website?
They can go through our website. They can go to our Facebook page as well. The flyer is there, and they can contact me. My email is on the flyer if they have need any assistance.
Okay. There you go. Very true. Excellent. And Kristen, for this type of training, I mean, how important is that for, I guess, educators and folks in the community to kind of maybe learn about our windows of tolerance?
It's the foundation of everything we do. It's really hard for children to learn how to regulate if the adults around them aren't able to regulate themselves.
I hear a lot of adults say they don't do windows, so this may be very important
Yes.
for them to attend.
It's a very important skill set for sure, and one that's very hard. It's a very hard thing to access sometimes, especially when tiny humans are reactive little critters. And so the work that we do, it really is, to keep that regulation in the face of some of those behaviors is hard. And so this is really about also honoring just the profession and really supporting educators on that journey, because it is hard to teach tiny humans. It's beautiful, but it's also a challenging job for sure.
Right. I would think so.
Yeah.
Very cool. Well, that is coming up on Saturday, April 5th. So we hope folks will make a note of that and plan to attend, to show up. And let's see, is there a charge for this training, or is it free?
It's free.
Oh,
It's free.
okay.
From the coalition.
From the coalition, even better.
Yes.
So very, very good.
Yes.
Well, nice to put that together. And again, that is coming up on April the 5th. A couple other events that we wanted to talk about too is we talked about the April training, family support, some of the other family support programs that you offer.
Yes, we are currently planning a family summit. We're hoping to do it in May, but we want to support and inform and educate our families in San Juan County, and we plan to have a focus on language, because as a state we are hearing very loud that language is something that we need to talk about and equip families with strategies to support their kids with. And so that's what the entire summit will be we hope to be around language acquisition and delays and all things early childhood language.
Got you.
Yeah.
And so with that being, there are certain maybe milestones that children need to meet or should when it comes to language and development and things along that line. I know maybe some parents get a little nervous if their child isn't exactly where they may need to be on a certain date or whatever, but there is a little wiggle room, I think, for some of these things, right?
Oh, definitely. And when you were talking about how New Mexico supports early childhood, and that's one of the ways we have early intervention services locally that we can, refer families to if they are concerned. But yes, there is some wiggle room, but the earlier you recognize a delay, the sooner you can get them in a program, and then eventually they can get caught up, and then that closes the gap, because the longer you wait to get kids with speech delays help, the harder it is for them to catch up sometimes.
Right. That's very true. And so that's important, and that's coming up?
That's coming up in May. Kristen and I, we're planning it now. So
okay. Stay tuned, is what we say in radio
tuned.
business. Yes. Okay.
Yes.
Sounds good. Very good. But
And
that'll be coming up. Go ahead.
We're looking for presenters for that summit. So if you have a love for language and teaching young children, and really about the practical foundations of how we learn language with families, we'd love to hear from you. So if you can email us or shout out to us on the Facebook page, we are looking for presenters for that summit as we're in the planning phases.
Gotcha. Okay. Very, very good. So that is coming up, and reach out if you can help. And the other issue I wanted to ask you about is opening doors. Talk to me about the Opening Doors project.
Yes, I always ramble about Opening Doors because I'm very passionate about it. Opening Doors is a family workshop. It's a parent workshop where it's backed with evidence and it's supported by our state. But it's free too. I want to start off with that. But we offered this workshops to families, and we have one going right now. It's at Sycamore Park Community Center on Wednesdays from 10 to 12. And there's 2 facilitators, and we have currently around 10 families participating, but we still have room for more. But it's 10 sessions, so it goes for 10 weeks.
Okay.
And typically, the families walk in as strangers and they leave best friends. It is a place that's safe for parents to come, and we discuss all things parenting, issues within the community, within the school districts. We talk about healthy eating. We talk about technology use. We talk about advocating for your kids in schools. And it's parent-led, because we believe that parents are the first teachers and that the home is the first school. And so, and then we do feed our families too while they're there. We give them lunch. We just love on them. And then if they complete the workshop, we do give them an incentive. They get a $150 gift card to Walmart. And they also get all these awesome resources. So we are still accepting families. We would love more to come if they would like to participate. If they have time, they can just reach out to me. I do have a flyer on the Facebook page. But yeah, would love to have more people coming to Opening Doors.
Got it. And talk to me a bit about the folks that you're wanting to come to an event like that, or training like that, or these workshops. I don't know if it's really a training, but to describe it correctly. But talk to me a little bit about the type of family, because maybe some families are like, well, this is not my first kid, so maybe I don't need this kind of assistance or guidance or talk to other moms or dads that are maybe going through same thing. What would the typical, if there is one, parent be like?
I'm so glad you said that. I don't think there's a typical, because the first time I did the session, I learned so much, and I wouldn't say I'm a new parent by any means. I've got some older kids, and I believe that parenting there's always new things you can learn. And so not only is it important to come just to get new information, there's always new developments out on the child's brain. We talk about that. But also having a sense of community, because I know as a parent, sometimes it feels isolating. And so for the moms and the dads that attend, it's just exciting to have a group of people that are struggling with you, because sometimes parenting feels like it's a struggle. And so we talk about the struggles, and we troubleshoot as a group, and we talk about, like, what did you cook last night that was healthy? And there's all these little things that involve parenting that we discuss. But I think the biggest thing is they have a sense of community when they leave. They don't feel alone.
Right.
And so that's the big takeaway. Is if you're looking for friends, a parent group, this is it.
Gotcha. And Kristen, do you think sometimes that parents feel they're on their own when it comes to raising their kids, and are maybe surprised pleasantly to learn that there are other parents maybe dealing with the same kind of thing?
Exactly. I think every day in parenting is a new journey, no matter how many children you have. I always say, for myself personally, same recipe, same oven, totally different cookies. So every child brings something totally new that you have to figure out.
How are they related? How is that possible?
Yes, right. How did all three of them come out totally different? And this group really allows for that type of community, and just like Selece said, to know that you're not alone. And if you're a parent and you're having a question, this is a group for you. It's fantastic.
Right. That's what it sounds like to me. And I know maybe there are some moms that are grateful to talk to another adult once in a while as well, maybe at some of these gatherings too.
Absolutely.
And children can come.
Children
right?
can come. We have
You don't
got
have to
lots of
childcare.
babies that come, and they just behave. They're so sweet. My job is to kind of play with the babies. And we have another facilitator. She's been doing early childhood for 30, 40 years plus, and she leads the group, and she does such a beautiful job. She brings out the tears. There's always like a crying moment. I have the tissue boxing, and she just really allows the space for parents to just have a moment to like, and we grow from it. So I love it. We did this opening doors in Bloomfield, and we still are in contact with those moms, and they've got like a group text, and they kind of kicked me and Rita off the group text, and they're doing their own thing, but we just love it.
Nice.
We love it, yeah.
Very good. Well, these are great resources for our families in San Juan County, and they are free for these families. And so we certainly encourage folks to take advantage of some of these opportunities that are coming up. And certainly, even though you're having this at the Sycamore Park Community Center in Farmington, if someone wanted to drive over from Bloomfield, they could do that. They'd be welcomed, or Kirtland or Aztec.
Yes.
Doesn't matter.
And we are currently working on expanding it, so we're hoping in the fall to have it in Shiprock so that we can meet those families where they are, because transportation is always an issue.
Sure.
So this won't be the last you guys are going to hear about opening doors.
Okay,
So, yeah.
Good to know. Very good. And another big event we want to talk about that will be here, again, I think before we know it, is in April, and that is the Week of the Young Child, which is all about early childhood and the work that you all do and more. And it takes over an entire week in our state, and a chance to kind of focus on different areas when it comes to early childhood education and other things. So that is coming up too.
Yes, and it's very exciting. This is my second year participating in the Week of the Young Child, and I had no idea how big it was, but it's big. And we're even partnering with Arizona, so it's kind of Arizona and New Mexico participating, but every day there's a different theme and maybe a different location. But San Juan County's day is Thursday, and it's Artsy Thursday.
Okay. Can we go through the other
Oh,
days
yes,
too? Because
yes.
I have them in order.
Okay,
But
so-
it's my OCD. I'm
No,
so
no,
sorry.
you're good. I'm on.
But that's all right. But there'll be a big build up to Thursday.
Yes.
But it does kick off on the Friday,
Yes.
April 4th, right? With a big kickoff, and that is actually happening in Gallup.
Yes.
And so that's part of this. And so an all-day event in the Gallup area. And so the poster's on the screen right there. And then things will move on from there after the kickoff.
Yes.
Okay. And so then we'll go to Monday with music.
Yes.
Okay. So each day is a different theme,
Yes.
right? As you mentioned. And so this is happening in Window Rock at the Navajo Nation Museum on Monday, April the 7th. And then we move on to Tuesday, which is Tasty Tuesday. So that tells me it's all about food. And healthy eating.
Yes, healthy eating, for
Very
sure.
good. And this is happening again in Window Rock. So again, there's that Arizona connection helping with the Week of the Young Child. And then we get to Wednesday, which is Work Together Wednesday, again in Window Rock at the Navajo Nation Museum, happening there on April 9th. And then we get to Artsy Thursday, and I'll let you take it from there.
Yes,
Thank
well,
you.
I've been really involved with Artsy Thursday and the planning and the sponsoring it. So it's it's very exciting. It's going to be all about kids. It sounds, I'm getting like stressed out just thinking about it, because I think we have about 1,000 kids that are going to show up in rotations.
Okay.
But it's going to be dino themed, so we're going to convert the school into like a Jurassic Park, kid friendly, because the real Jurassic Park is kind of scary.
Right. Friendly dinosaurs.
Yes.
I like it.
But we're all going to dress up like little paleontologists. There's going to be puppet making dinosaurs. There's going to be reading. There's going to be lots of hands-on experiences for the kids. It's going to be crazy.
Crazy good.
Crazy good. And we're going to support the teachers. We're actually giving incentives for the teachers, because they're the ones going to be doing all the work, keeping up with all their kids. But it's exciting, and we've got all our sponsors. Those are all of the agencies that are supporting us. We're going to be doing developmental screenings during the event. They're going to be doing vaccinations. They're going to be doing hearing and vision screenings. And then after the event with the children we're going to start a resource part where we open it up to families. So when the kids are there, it's just going to be kids having a blast, celebrating them. And then we take it to part B, where we let all of our resources and our agencies spread their, information
Their
on
news
their
and
agencies.
information to the family,
So
sure.
it'll be a fun day.
And this is going to be in Shiprock at Eva B. Stokely at the
Yes.
gym at the Eva B. Stokely School in Shiprock. And again, the date is going to be on Thursday, April 10th, during the Week of the Young Child. And if you can see the poster on the screen, I just want to point out, it's maybe kind of hard to see on your screen, but the sponsors at the bottom of that poster, there are a bunch.
Yes.
Of folks who are joining together to make this happen. So congrats to you for coordinating all that and getting that support to put this together for 1,000 kids.
Yes.
So there you go. And a lot of events happening, as we can see from the poster. So that is happening during the Week of the Young Child, and then wraps up with the Family Friday event, again in Shiprock at the Office of Dene Youth Complex. And that will wrap up the week.
Yes.
So, very good. And this really does draw a lot of attention to early childhood, young children, their development, what our communities can do to help them to become not little adults, but or little, what's the term?
Humans.
Little humans. Thank you, pardon me. But into bigger humans, and to get the most out of their childhood, which is the work that you all do. We just have a couple minutes remaining this morning, and so as we kind of wrap up our conversation, what are something that you hope that maybe parents or grandparents or guardians think about when it comes to young children and their development? Because it seems like they are just little sponges, right? And they are just absorbing everything.
That is
Positive and negative, if we're
Yes.
not careful, right?
Absolutely. For me, it would be, I would love to open up invitations for parents and grandparents to come to our meetings. They're monthly on Wednesdays typically, but I would love for them to come to be a voice for our community on what they need for their families. So that would be my biggest takeaway is maybe not necessarily, giving them advice on what they need, but more come and be a part of the group so that we can hear your need and we can possibly address it during the meetings.
Okay,
Yeah.
and share what's working for them. Maybe
Share
too,
what's
right?
working, what's not working, and we can problem solve together.
Okay,
Yeah.
very good. Kristen, what about for you? Any advice or thoughts?
Oh, lots of thoughts always, right, when it
Okay.
comes to child development. But
Right.
play with your kids. Just tiny bits of 2-minute doses of interaction give them a world of wonderful hormones and all sorts of good joy juice, I call it, within their neuro space. And so don't forget to just be present and play. I don't know if the camera will show me, but I always say I am a laptop and I do FaceTime. So do those things with your kids. 2 minutes a day. It'll
Nice.
do wonderful. Building connections builds brains. So
Right.
that would be my gift that I would give.
Great advice. I love it. And I think, when you are playing, there is some learning that takes place as well. Even though you don't think that they're learning, they're learning.
Absolutely.
And good habits or good things and good interactions, I think, always important. So that's great. Thank you both very much for being here at part of the San Juan County Early Childhood Coalition. Again, the website is SJ.
sjcecc.org, and there is a community calendar on there. I forgot to mention where we post all things early childhood happening in our county. So
Very
check it
good.
out.
And there's also a Facebook page as we found this morning, and so folks can follow that and connect to learn more about some of the events and, again, how to reach out and get involved and take advantage of, as I mentioned, these great free, in many cases, if not most or all, resources for our families in San Juan County. So thank you both very much.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Great conversation. Thank you very much. My guest this morning from the San Juan County Early Childhood Coalition here with me on KSJE. KSJE and the San Juan College Native American Center present the Student Study Tip of the Week.
Hi, this is Marianne, coming to you with your study tip for the week. Ask for help. If you really don't understand a concept, ask questions. Stop by your professor's office during their office hours or contact classmates and professors via email. Some classes might even have a Facebook group to keep students engaged and create an environment to ask questions outside of class. Either way, your professors will be on your side, non-judgmental, wanting to help you understand their class in the entirety.
The Student Study Tip of the Week is presented by the San Juan College Native American Center and KSJE. Did you enjoy that podcast? We hope that you did. And if you did, share it with your friends. And if you really want to keep podcasts like this coming, please support KSJE. You can do it easily online at ksje.com.